Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. I decided to log in a couple minutes early so to give everybody a chance to jump in. When you are here, when you see the video, give me a sign, let me know you're out there. I hope you guys are hanging in there this week and able to get out for some fresh air and are starting to settle into, I guess, a new normal for a little bit. I know my cats are really happy that I'm home more. Anyway, I know that something good will come out of all of this for all of us. And one thing that has been so great, I love doing these classes. I love feeling connected to you guys in this way, even though we can't be together right now. It still feels like we're all together when this is happening. So I see some people are here. My mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dave. The cats are ready. Let's see. Where are they? Tiger's here. Baby Kitty's here. Hi, Liz. Hi, Bill. Yeah, so just keep letting me know when you show up. We'll wait a couple minutes maybe to start. Hi Hannah, if you guys have, I'll take requests. So if you guys want to do a certain exercise today or want to work on something, you can chime in and let me know. And I'll do my best to include it in our workout today. I was thinking mostly it'll be a pretty traditional Pilates mat class today. We'll do some of the things that we did last Tuesday if you were here, and if not, then it will be new to you. Please take care of your body. So if you have injuries, if you're healing any low back stuff, or even if as you're working out you feel twingy or achy or just uncomfortable, just listen to your body. I will give modifications for most of the exercises. And please use those modifications as you need to so that you can stay healthy and feeling good. That's the whole point of this, right? All right, so looks like some of you are here. So let's get started. And let's just start with some breathing. So I'm just gonna sit in a position that feels comfortable to me, which is cross-legged, but you guys can lay down on your back or anything that feels comfortable to you. Take your hands and either rest them on your low belly or open them face up on your lap, and just allow your eyes to close. And just take a couple of nice big breaths. So just an easy inhale and an easy exhale. Just starting to come more in contact with your own physical expression, with your body. And just check in, notice how your body feels today. Notice your physical body, but also your mental and emotional body. Just notice, are you feeling sleepy, energetic, nervous, all of the above? Just check in with your body. Does your body feel warm or cold? Just notice. Notice how your body feels today and try to meet your body where it is. You can push it a little bit, but try to be kind and gentle to your body as we go through this practice together. And so just take a final inhale breath and exhale. Gently let your air flow out. And then as you're ready, just allow your eyes to open. And let's start with cat-cow today. So just coming up onto your hands and knees. If this feels uncomfortable on your wrists, you can just make a fist like this. So from here, on an exhale breath, we're going to tone the abdominal muscles and draw them up towards your spine, and use your abdomen to round your spine up towards the ceiling, and take an inhale breath and go the other direction on your inhale breath. So pushing your shins down into the ground. You can even drag the heels of your hands slightly towards your knees and keep a tone in your abdomen. Then exhale, round your spine, contract your abdominal muscles. And inhale, extend the spine. Reach the back of the neck long even as you do this exercise. And exhale, round the spine. And inhale, extend. And let's do one more like that. Exhale, round. Contracting your abdominal muscles to round your spine. And inhale, extend the spine, keeping a tone in the abdomen. So coming back to find a neutral spine, which just means the natural curve of your lower back. You can keep a little bit of a tone in your abdomen. We're going to do an exercise called tail wag. So you're going to bring one foot off the ground like it's your tail. And you're going to cross your foot over your body, side bend your spine and look for your foot in that direction. And then we'll go the other way. So you may feel a little bit of a stretch in your lower back if it's on the tighter side like mine is. And this is also just really nice side bending for the spine, really nice movement for the ball and socket joint, the hip joint. And we'll do the other side. So placing that foot down, lifting the other foot up, cross the foot over your body, side bend your spine, look for your foot, go in the other direction. And you could notice if it feels easier to turn your head in one direction or the other, or side bend your spine in one direction or the other, just noticing what's going on. And then you can bring that foot down. And we're gonna work on opposite arm and leg reach. A lot of the times I see this exercise where we lift our legs super high and crank on our low back. I don't want you to do that. I want you to use your glutes and abdominals to lift the legs so your low back stays the same shape for this exercise. So from here, we're gonna reach our right, well, you can choose your side. I'm gonna do my right leg and left arm, reach them long and away from each other, keeping the low back the same shape. Then round your spine using your abdominals, bring your elbow and knee together. The breath is inhale, reach the arm and leg long and away. Exhale, round the spine using your abdomen to pull the elbow and knee together. Inhale, arm and leg reaches away. Exhale, round the spine. One more like that. And exhale, back in. And then you can put that arm and leg back down and we'll switch sides. Again, if your wrists are getting tired, just come right up onto your fists. So second side, tone your abdominals, tone your glutes. Reach the other arm and leg long and away from each other. Round your spine, elbow and knee come together. So you're pulling your elbow and knee together from your low abdominals. Inhale, arm and leg reaches long and away, keeping the shape of your low back the same when the leg reaches away. So you're really using your glutes here. One more time. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arm long and away. From here, just bring your big toes together, your knees apart. Push back into a child's pose. Do whatever feels comfortable for you. Come as deep as you want or stay up if you need to. Push your hands down into the mat. Make your arms strong. So lift your arms up away from the mat and feel both sides of your body get long. Rest your forehead down and just take a couple of breaths here. And then we'll come all the way up and come down onto your back. So all the way down. And you can have your knees bent and your feet on the mat. So we're going to do an articulated bridge. If you are healing a low back injury or have a disc injury in your low back, you're going to do a non-articulated version, which will just be to come straight up and back down. So if you're working on more stabilizing your spine, you're just going to come up and down. Otherwise, we're going to contract the core muscles, push the upper back part of your arm very gently down into the mat so your chest is open. On your exhale breath, using your abdominal muscles, tilt your two front hip bones back towards the mat and peel your spine up one vertebra at a time. Inhale at the top, toning your glutes, keeping your low ribs down, and then exhale, articulate back down through the spine, piece by piece, using your abdominals to lay the spine down. Inhale at the bottom, and exhale, articulating up one vertebra at a time. Inhale at the top, really toning the glutes and the abdomen, articulate back down through the spine. Just noticing any places in your spine that feel tight or challenged to articulate through, and do your best here. Exhale, articulating up. This time, stay at the top and inhale, reach your arms over your head. Keep your arms there and exhale, lay your spine down piece by piece, and inhale, float the arms back by the side. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, arms come over the head. Exhale, articulate back down. And then float the arms down. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, bridge up. Baby kitty's having fun. Inhale, arms come over the head. Exhale, articulate back down, and float the arms back down. Good, you guys. So from here, you're going to take your hands and put them under your butt, like you're sitting on your hands, which you will be. If that doesn't feel good to your shoulders, don't worry about it. Just have your arms by your side. From here, you're going to activate your glutes a little bit and your lower abdominal muscles, your transverse abdominals. From here, we're going to take, exhale, bring one knee to a tabletop or 90-degree position. Bring that foot back down. Without feeling any pressure change in your hands, exchange legs. So we're just finding pelvic stability here, right? So exchanging legs and really replace that foot all the way down and then lift the other leg up. So working on just pelvic stability. One more time, each side like that. Breathing, I hope. And both feet come down, then reach your arms long by your side. So we're going to go back into our either articulated or non-articulated bridge, and we're going to add on. So from here, you're going to articulate up to your shoulder blades. Hold your pelvis stable by using your core muscles. Extend one leg out, even with the opposite leg. Bring that foot down without any shift in the pelvis or working towards no shift. Exchange legs. We'll do that one more time each side. Check in with your neck and shoulders. Make sure you're not tensing the tops of your shoulders or your neck. When both feet are down, articulate back down through the spine. So in order to keep the tension out of the neck, what I do is I reach my fingertips long towards my feet and then gently push the upper back parts of the arms down into the mat. So we'll start again. Exhale, bridging up. Inhale, one leg comes out. Exhale, down without shifting the pelvis. You have to use your oblique muscles here as well, the muscles that wrap around your rib cage. One more time each side. And then articulate back down through the spine. And just nod your head no, maybe to relax your neck if you feel any tension in there. So if that was enough for you or that felt like too much, you're either going to stick with the bridge variation or just the leg variation. Otherwise, we're going to add on to that. So from here, hi Tiger. From here, you're going to articulate up into your bridge. You're going to extend one leg out even with your other leg, and we'll do little circles here. So we'll do 4 circles. 3, 4. Bring that foot down, working on stabilizing the pelvis more than anything else. Exchange legs, and 1, breathing, 2, 3, 4. Bring that foot down, articulate back down. So we're going to do one more round of this. Whatever direction you went in your circle, you're going to reverse the circle. So we're going to do one more set of 4 circles each leg. So exhale, articulate up, extend one leg out, and 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that foot down, keeping the pelvis stable, exchange legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that foot down and articulate back down through the spine. And just bring your arms out to the side. Maybe just bring your knees in one direction and then the other direction. Just take a couple of breaths. Let your neck and shoulders go. Let your abdomen go for a moment. And then coming back to center. So we're going to start some kind of more focused abdominal work, and I'll give modifications. You may feel the muscles in your neck work, but it should not be creating tension or pain in your neck or low back. So if you're feeling any of those things, you need to back off a little bit and do either the modification or just rest your head and shoulders down. So from here, the muscles we really want to target are our transverse abdominal muscles. They rest right across the front of the pelvis. And those muscles do compression, so they move in towards the ground or towards the back when they're engaged. So we want to make sure that's what we're doing. We're not letting them push up towards the ceiling. That means those muscles are actually off. Our deep core muscles are off. So you can kind of monitor that as you go. So from here, let's bring our knees to tabletop. Take your hands and push your hands into these things, your quadriceps, your thighs, and push your thighs back into your hands. And feel how right away your abs turn on. Draw your abdominals towards the spine or towards the ground. Take a couple of breaths here. So just waking up the abdominals. I'm shaking. This is challenging. So you should feel your abs really working here. And then bring your feet back down. So in this whole series, you want to feel your abs work just as much as you just did. You just felt them. So we're going to start with knees and tabletop and arms up towards the ceiling. You can leave your head and shoulders down for this entire exercise or keep your knees in tabletop for the entire exercise. Do what your body needs. From here on your exhale breath, we're going to contract the lower abdominal muscles, press the arms down and lift the head and shoulders. And inhale, come back down. Exhale, articulate through your neck and upper back. And then back down. Important to articulate through the neck. You don't want to lift straight up. Really go through the neck and the upper back. So we're not straining our neck. Exhale, one more. And inhale, back up. Rest your feet all the way down. So you can stick with that variation, or else we're going to add straightening the legs to this mix. So knees and tabletop, arms are up. On your exhale breath, lift the head and shoulders, straighten the legs. Feel that compression of your lower abdominal muscles. The legs can be up high or low, only what you have control over. Right, so our low back shouldn't change shape as you lower the legs. If you do, exhale, press the arms down, lift the head and shoulders, and straighten the legs. Inhale, come back. Exhale, press down. Inhale, come back. We'll do one more like that. Exhale. Everybody feeling warm? I am. And come back down. So from here, just roll yourself up or roll to your side and come up to sitting. From here, we're going to work on the roll down. So this is a spinal articulation exercise as well as abdominal strength. You have choices. You can have your knees bent the whole time if you're working on with a low back injury, or if it's available to you, you're going to straighten your legs. You want to have the natural curve of your low back, so maybe you just bend your knees a little bit here. So from here, sitting up nice and tall. On your exhale, contract your lower abdominal muscles and use your abdomen to lay your spine down one piece at a time, just like we did in the bridge. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Keep your ribs down, moving down towards the ground. Exhale, reach up. Articulate through your neck, upper back, middle back, lower back. Reach forward towards your feet, but pull your body forward from your abdomen and not the tops of your shoulders. So you're pulling your body forward from your abdominal muscles. Sitting up tall, we'll start again. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, arms come over the head. Exhale, reach up. If you get stuck and you can't make it past a certain point, bend your knees. Use your arms to help you get up. Okay? Let's do two more. Rounding your lower back, rolling back. Inhale, the arms come over the head. Exhale, they reach up. Relaxing the tops of the shoulders. Really use your abdomen to bring yourself up. Pulling your body forward from your abdominals. And last time like that, rolling back. Inhale, arms come over the head. Exhale, up. Articulate through your neck. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Reaching forward. And then sitting up nice and tall. Good, you guys. So from here, we're going to bend the knees. You can do this whole thing with your hands here, just right behind the legs if you want. Otherwise, we're going to have the arms here. So you're going to sit up really tall on your sitting bones to start. Then exhale, contract your lower abdominal muscles and just tilt your pelvis backwards so you're rolling behind your sitting bones, but your abs are supporting that. On an exhale breath, we're going to twist from our low ribs in one direction and then back to center. So wherever you are, you should feel challenged in your abdomen. Then you squeeze in around your low ribs and twist the body using your oblique muscles. Exhale, twist in one direction. Inhale, back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back. Exhale, deepening the contraction of your abdominals as you twist your body. One more time, the other direction. Come all the way up to sitting. Just grab the backs of your thighs or your shins and sit up nice and tall. Good. So we're going to add on to that. If that was enough for you, you can stick with that variation. Otherwise, we're going to add opening the arms out. So you're going to exhale, contract your abdominals, roll behind your sitting bones. Find a place where you feel challenged in your abdomen, but okay in your low back. Twist in one direction and then open the arms out, reaching them long and away from each other. Come back to center. Exhale, rotate the other direction, reach the arms long and away, back to center. Exhale, twist, open the arms, back to center. So just finding a breath that works for you. Inhale in one direction, exhale in the other, or break it up, but make sure you're breathing. I like to exhale, I think, on my twist, but it's whatever feels right and intuitive to you is fine. One more time each direction. You should be feeling some burning in your abdominals and your obliques and not discomfort in your low back. If you are, you need to use your abs more or come up higher. And just take a moment here, take a breath. Good, you guys. So from here, just lay down on your back again. Let's take a little twist. So arms out to the side. Just bring your legs down. Take your head in the other direction. Just let your belly go. Let your abdomen relax. And then we'll go in the other direction. Good, and then coming back to center, let's come on to our sides. We're gonna do the side leg series today. So we did these a couple of times in last week's classes, and we'll revisit them today. So you should feel the work in your glutes and in the muscles around the back of your hip, your external rotators. You also need to stabilize with your core and your obliques. So the arm that's on the ground, you're gonna push that forearm down into the ground so you feel the muscles underneath your armpits, your serratus muscles, and your lats and your shoulder blades work. From here, stack the legs up, the underneath obliques lift up. You can be all the way down also on your arm if that feels better to your neck, okay? So you choose. So we'll lift the top leg up. You're gonna inhale, do 2 kicks forward, and then exhale to the back, using your glutes to bring your leg to the back. So we're trying to keep our low back basically around the same shape as the leg comes to the back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. We'll do a couple more like this. Just noticing, are you sinking down into that shoulder, or can you push down with that forearm and really use the underneath side of your body? One more time each direction, and then bring the leg all the way down. So from here, we're gonna turn the leg out using the muscles in the hip. And we're gonna lift the leg about the height of your pelvis. Push down the forearm that's on the ground and make little circles right from the muscles in your seat. Keep breathing, lift the underneath side rib cage up. You might start to feel those muscles wake up back there. And then we'll reverse the direction, going the other way. So the leg is turned out, knee is pointing upwards towards the ceiling or around that direction. One more time, let the leg come down. You can bend your knees for a moment if you need to tap it out, or just shake the head out. We're gonna do one more exercise on this side. So legs will be straight, push down with the forearm, turn the top leg out again. You're gonna lift the top leg about your pelvis distance. This time we're gonna make a bigger circle. So we're gonna go forward, up, around to the back and through. The size of your circle depends on how stable you can keep your pelvis and your torso. So there's a version where we might move our hips, but this one we're gonna try to stabilize our torso, stabilize our pelvis, and find a breath. Good, we'll do one more in this direction, and you can rest the leg down, tap it out if you need to, just recheck your neck and shoulders. Push down in that forearm, lift up in the underneath obliques, and we're gonna reverse our direction. So we'll keep the leg turned out, bring it to the back, around and forward. Exhale, around and forward. Good, stabilizing, using your core muscles here. Good, push down with the forearm, lift your underneath obliques up, keep your shoulder away from your ear. And then rest the leg down, bend the knees, tap it out, give it some love, and then we'll do side 2. Thank God we don't have 8 legs. So from here, we're gonna come to the other side. Push down with your forearm. I think my legs are, yeah, they are. So push down into the forearm, lift your underneath obliques up. Again, you have the option to do this whole entire thing right down on the ground if your neck is irritated or you have something going on with your shoulder. We'll lift the top leg about our pelvis distance, and then inhale, 2 kicks forward. Exhale, use your glutes as you bring the leg to the back. So we are stabilizing our low back and trying to keep it a similar shape as the leg comes back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Push down with the forearm into the mat. So you feel the muscles underneath your shoulder blades, underneath your armpit work. One more time each direction. And rest the leg down. So now we're gonna turn the leg out using the muscles behind the hips, still lifting underneath here and pushing down in the forearm. Lift the top leg about your pelvis distance, little baby circles here. So right from the back of the hip. Keep breathing. Keep pushing down with your forearm, lifting up in your underneath obliques, relaxing the tops of the shoulders. And rest the leg down. I'm feeling it. We're gonna go the other way. So push your forearm down, lift your obliques, and we'll go the other direction. Go back, up and around, little baby circles. Keep breathing. Last one, and rest the leg down. You can give it some love, give it a tap if you need to. You can shake your head out. And then last set, we're gonna make big circles. So we're gonna turn both legs out. This can be done in parallel if the turnout feels really uncomfortable. But today I'm gonna do it in a turned out position. So we'll lift the underneath oblique, bring the leg forward, up, circle it around to the back and through. Aiming, there may be some movement in your torso and your pelvis, but aim to keep that movement still and pretty stable as we go through. So inhale forward, exhale around and up. The size of the circle will then depend on how stable you are in your torso and in your pelvis. One more time this direction. Woo. Rest the leg. And then let's reverse the direction. Just recheck your form. Make sure your underneath obliques are lifting up, pushing down through the forearm. From here, turn the leg out. We'll bring it back up and around. Exhale. Keep breathing. Check in with your neck. Make sure it's tension-free. Check in with your jaw. Make sure you're not clenching. We'll do 2 more. 1 more. Woo. Tap it out. You can lay on your back, and let's take a figure 4 stretch. So we'll just stretch where we just worked. We're going to cross one ankle over the opposite knee. Flex those toes up towards your knee so your knee is taken care of here. You're going to grab the hamstrings of that leg. You can, if this is enough, you can just be here as well. Otherwise, you're going to grab the hamstring, pull the leg in, keep flexing your toes towards your knee, and you can push your tailbone slightly down into the mat so you're creating more neutral spine. So you'll feel maybe a deeper stretch around the hip or in the glutes somewhere. Take a couple of breaths here. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. And then we'll bring that foot down and we'll switch sides. So crossing the other ankle over, draw your toes up towards your knee. Flex your toes up towards your knee so your shin muscles are on. And then grab your hamstrings, or if it's enough to just be here, hang out here. And take a few breaths here. You can push your tailbone down into the mat so you feel maybe a little deeper stretch. And then bringing that foot down. So we're gonna finish up the leg series with our single leg circles. So again, these circles are taught where you move your pelvis a lot, and they're also taught where you stabilize your pelvis. And today we're gonna do the stabilizing the pelvis version, which just means that you need to use your core muscles a little bit more. So one leg will come up into the air. If your hamstrings are tight, you just bend your knee. And you can bend this opposite knee as well. Otherwise, that leg will go straight and it stays active, and the other leg comes up into the air. Pull the leg that's up into the air, draw that hip away from your armpit so the side of your body is long. Keep that. We're gonna stabilize the opposite hip, and inhale, cross the body, and exhale, circle around and up. The size of your circle depends on how stable you can keep your opposite hip. Right? So if your hip's traveling all around, then make your circle a little bit smaller or use your core muscles more. Inhale, cross your body, exhale, around and up. Inhale, around, exhale, up. Try to pull the leg up from the lower abdominal muscle so it's not just momentum carrying it around. We'll do 2 more. 1 more like that. And you can just hug that knee into your chest for a moment. Take a breath here. And then we'll bring the leg back up, and we're going to go in the other direction. So we're going to inhale, circle around, exhale around and up. Inhale around, exhale up. Keeping the opposite hip very stable. Make the leg that's in the air long, reach it long out of the hip socket. So if you're feeling like clicking, popping, make your circle smaller and reach it longer away from the body, out of the socket. One more this direction. And then hug that knee in. Take a couple of breaths. You can wiggle your toes and your ankle too, and just notice if you're holding tension anywhere, jaw, neck, let it go. And then we'll do second side. So either this knee stays bent or goes straight, and the other leg comes up into the air. Knee can be slightly bent if it needs to be. So stabilizing your core here, we're going to cross the body. Inhale around and exhale up. Inhale around and exhale up. Inhale, cross, exhale up. Aiming towards stabilizing that opposite hip, right? And working on using your abdominals to pull the leg up. Inhale around, exhale up. Inhale around, exhale up. We'll do one more this direction, and then we're going to reverse it. Inhale away, exhale around and up. Inhale away, exhale around and up. The more stable the non-moving side is, the more freedom you'll have in the moving leg. So really focus on the stable side. Inhale around, exhale up. Inhale around, exhale up. Last set. Bend that knee, grab your other knee. You're gonna push down a little bit with your hands so you feel the femur bones compress into the socket. And keep that downward pressure and just use your hands and circle your knees around. Maybe take a sigh and just let the femur bones, the femur heads be heavy in the socket here. Take a couple of breaths and then reverse the direction. And then we'll bring our feet back down, and from here we're going to do our series of 5. So the abdominal series of 5 from the Pilates mat work. So this is challenging, and if you feel neck tension or low back tension, you're going to modify the exercise, okay? So from here, we'll bring our right knee in, our left leg out. It can be up high or lower, and that just depends on your back and your core strength. You can keep your head and shoulders down for the whole series, or we're going to lift our head and shoulders. And we're going to exchange legs. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. As you bring your leg in, bring it in from your lower abdominal muscle. So I'm not really using my hands to pull the leg in. I'm just guiding my leg. The leg that reaches away, reaches long and away. And inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. One more set. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Come all the way back down. Maybe nod your head no. If that was too much, lifting your head and shoulders, you're just going to leave your head and shoulders down, okay? So from here, we're going to clasp behind the base of the skull, the occiput. We're going to keep our right knee in. Left leg will be out, either up high or down low. On an exhale breath, you're going to lift the head and shoulders and twist towards that bent knee. So you're pulling your armpit towards your opposite hip. You're not trying to get your elbow to your knee. And you want to come up a little higher if you can and twist. And then we'll exchange directions. Try to get your armpit towards your opposite hip. Come up a little higher if you can so you feel your obliques work. And then come back and we'll rest. So that's the idea. We're going to move a little bit quicker, but try to get the obliques, the muscles that wrap around your low ribs, fired up each time you twist, okay? So one knee in, one leg out. Exhale, twisting towards the bent knee and exchange directions. Keeping the elbows wide, drawing the armpit towards the opposite hip. Exhale, exhale. You can inhale, whatever feels intuitive for your breath, but please keep breathing. It makes the movement have more quality, better quality to it. One more time each direction, and then coming all the way down. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. And then just let your knees go side to side. You can let your arms go, just let your head maybe nod no. Take a couple of breaths here. So from here, we're gonna do double leg stretch. So again, you can leave your head and shoulders down if your neck is tired. Otherwise, hands are on the knees. You're gonna lift your head and shoulders and imprint your lower back into the mat, and that's where it's going to stay. On your inhale breath, the arms and legs reach away, and exhale, the arms and legs come back in. Do not let your head and shoulders drop. Keep them in the same position if they're up, otherwise they're down. Inhale away, exhale around. Inhale away, exhale around. We'll do 2 more. Last one. And coming all the way down, and again, you can just nod your head no. Take a few breaths here. Okay, so from here, we got 2 more in the series. So you're gonna clasp your hands at the base of your skull. We're gonna lift both legs up into the air and turn them out. So same, you can leave your head and shoulders down. You can bend your knees a little if you need to. And then we're gonna lift the head and shoulders. If you're lifting them, keep your low back moving down into the mat. Inhale, the legs move away. Exhale, they come back up. The legs only travel as much as your pelvis stays stable and your head and shoulders stay stable. Inhale down, exhale up. So you should not feel this in your lower back. You should pull the legs up from your transverse abs, the low belly muscles. 1 more. Bend your knees. Come all the way down. Once again, you can nod no or move your knees. Just let your belly relax for a moment. So, last one is single straight leg stretch. So, one leg will come up into the air. You're going to grab hamstrings or calf. You can put a little bend in your knee if your hamstrings are tight. One leg up, one leg out. Either head and shoulders stay down, or we'll lift the head and shoulders up, and we'll do 2 little pulses. So you're pulling in from your low belly. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Exhale, and switch. Switch. Good, you can inhale too, doesn't matter, whatever feels intuitive to you, but find a breath that goes with each part of the movement. I like to exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. And you do what feels right. 1 more time each side. Bend your knees, come down, open the arms out, let the knees drop to one side, take your head to the other side. Take 2 nice quality breaths. Just let your belly relax, let your head and shoulders relax. And then we'll come to the other side. So knees, one direction, head the other. Take a couple of breaths here. Good, you guys. Nice work. So let's come up onto our bellies. We'll do a little back extension. This should feel really good after all the ab work. So let's lay on your belly with your arms long by your side. And you can have the backs of your hands facing the ground. From here, push your pubic bone down into the mat or lift your lower abdominal muscles up so you feel your low back get long here. You're going to tone your glutes as well. Reach your fingertips long towards your feet and then draw your shoulder blades a little bit together towards each other. Then lift just your upper back. And we're going to take a few breaths here, just waking up the muscles around the spine, the muscles on the back. The back of the neck stays long, so we're not crunching the back of the neck. Take a few more breaths here. You should feel the muscles around your spine work. And then come all the way back down. You can rest your forehead on your hands, bend your knees, and just take your feet side to side. So from here, we're going to lower the legs down. We're going to do an exercise called swimming. So we're going to reach the arms a little bit wider than our shoulders. Draw your abdominals away from the mat. Reach your arms and legs long and away from each other and lift the arms and legs up. And we're going to flutter the arms and legs up and down. So working a crisscross pattern in our back muscles. Keep breathing, keep the back of the neck long. Try to relax the tops of your shoulders and engage your lower abdominal muscles to stabilize your low back here. We'll take a few more breaths. And then come all the way down.
Rest your forehead on your hands, bend your knees. Take your feet side to side again. Good, just relaxing the lower back. And we'll do one more round of swimming, so legs go straight again. Arms come out a little bit wider than your shoulders. Draw your low abdominals away from the ground so you feel your low back get long. Reach your arms and legs away. Come up and flutter. Keep breathing. Relax the tops of the shoulders and the back of the neck is long. Fluttering the arms and legs, moving quickly if you can, and if you can't, you can go one arm and one leg, one arm, so you can back off a little bit if you need to. We'll do a few more. And then come all the way down. This time, let's just come up onto our hands and knees. Find a neutral spine, so the natural curve of your low back. Just take a couple breaths here. And then we'll bring our big toes together, our knees apart, and just push back into child's pose. So push your hands down. Lengthen both sides of the body. Let your forehead relax. And take one more breath here. So we're going to come back down onto our belly for one more back extension exercise. So you're going to come all the way down. You can turn your head in one direction. And then we'll take our hands, if it's available to your shoulders, onto the lower back and let the elbows hang. If not, the arms will just be by the side for the whole exercise. So hands here, it's called double leg kick. We're going to draw our belly muscles away from the ground, lengthen the low back. Turn your hamstrings on, the backs of your legs, and do 2 kicks using your hamstrings. Kick, kick. As you reach the legs straight, you're going to reach the arms straight and lift the head and shoulders, so everything comes up. Come all the way down and turn your head in the other direction. We'll do 2 kicks. Push your pubic bone down into the mat as you do your kicks. And then extend, so the butt doesn't come up into the air. And back down. Stabilizing your pelvis. 2 kicks. Kick, kick. And extend out and up. Last time, if it hurts your knees for some reason when you bend your knees, just take your feet a little bit apart. Do 2 kicks. And reach out and up, opening the chest. Good, and then come all the way down. Come back up, and let's go right back into child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Push down with the hands. Take a couple of breaths here. Let your forehead relax down onto the mat with the back of the neck relax. Good, you guys. So from here, we're going to try a side forearm plank today. So you're going to come onto your forearm. The forearm will be, again, right underneath the shoulder. You have options here. If you feel like you need some help, this leg will be in front and it will just help you push right up. Hand comes onto the hip. Okay, so that's one variation. Otherwise, we're going to stack our legs. Our top leg will be forward, bottom leg behind us. You're going to contract your core muscles, lift from the underneath rib cage or the underneath obliques, and come up. You're going to hang out here for a moment. Keep pushing your forearm down into the ground, lifting up under your underneath obliques. If you want to bring the arm up, you can, or you can just leave it right at your hip. Lengthen the back of your neck. Keep lifting up towards the ceiling from the underneath body. Take 2 more breaths here. And then come all the way down and rest, and we'll do the other side. So we'll come to the other side. Again, you have the option to keep this foot in front, or you can stack your legs, whatever feels right to your body. You can stack, or the way I did it before was I had my feet stacked up like this. Whatever feels right to you is fine. You're going to push down with the forearm, lift up in the underneath rib cage. From here, on your exhale breath, you're going to come up. So really lifting the underneath obliques, pushing down with the forearm so that the arm is stable and supported. You can squeeze your legs a little bit together if you want. Tone your core muscles. Back of the neck is really long, and just take a few breaths here. You can bring this arm up if you want. Keep trying to lift the underneath side of your body up towards the ceiling. Take a couple more breaths here. Lengthen the back of the neck, relax the muscles around the tops of the shoulders, and then come all the way down and rest. Good job, you guys. So let's do a couple of seated exercises. So we'll do spine twist is the name of this exercise. The hardest part of this exercise is just sitting up tall with your legs out in front of you. So if your hamstrings are on the tighter side, you're gonna bend your knees so you have the natural curve of your lower back, okay? From here, the arms reach out long and away. Tone your glutes, your lower abdominal muscles, and even feel your pelvic floor muscles lift up towards your navel. Keep your feet glued together. On an inhale breath, we're gonna do 2 twists in one direction and back to center. So the pelvis doesn't move. Inhale and exhale. Your feet don't move, but you're twisting from the muscles around your low ribs, your obliques. Inhale and exhale. Get taller as you inhale and twist. Exhale. Hi, tiger. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time each direction. And you can rest. Good, you guys. So let's do a little stretching to wind down here. So let's do, we'll do a variation of mermaid. This is an exercise from Pilates Reformer. So one shin will be like this, the other foot will be up against that knee. Probably can't see it now because Tiger's in the way. From here, you're gonna take your hand onto the hip with the shin that looks like this. The other hand will be on the ground. We're gonna just twist our hip forward. And then exhale, just let the hip drop down. So just letting the hip get heavy in the socket. I'm just trying to relax the ball and socket joint a little bit. And one more time like that. And then keep that hip heavily weighted towards the ground. It doesn't matter if it touches or not, it's fine. And then you're gonna put your forearm down and reach this top arm up and over and just take a stretch, and you can look towards the ground. You should feel a stretch in the side of your body that's facing the ceiling. Take a couple more breaths here. And then coming all the way up, I'm gonna grab the shin and bring the other arm up, get really long through the spine, and one time only side bend in the other direction. Take a few breaths here. No, tiger. Hi. And then we'll come all the way up and we'll switch sides. So again, just hand is on the hip here, other hand on the ground. We're gonna turn the hip in and then back out and just let the hip drop down into the socket. Turning in and back out. And then just let the hip be very heavy, moving down towards the ground. Does not matter if your butt touches or not, but we're going in that direction. The forearm is gonna come down onto the ground. Try to keep anchoring this hip and side bend your spine. So you should feel a stretch in the side of your body that's moving up towards the ceiling. Take a couple of breaths here. And then coming all the way up. And we're gonna side bend in the other direction. So grabbing your shin, this arm comes up, make space with in between your vertebra, and then side bend in the other direction. Relax the tops of your shoulders. Take a couple of breaths here. And then come all the way up and come down onto your side. So you're gonna stack your knees up like this, and arms come in front of the body. You can take that underneath shoulder and reach it out from underneath you, and you're gonna bend your top elbow, reach your top knee long and away, so like reach it towards the wall in front of you as you twist. And then bend the elbow and come back in. So just trying to twist from your low ribs so your pelvis stays pretty stable here, your knees stay stacked. So it's just more thoracic rotation than changing what your pelvis does. We'll do one more like that. and coming back. And then let's come to the other side. So we'll do the other side. Tiger's like, what's going on? I just want to be pet. So from here, we're going to stack our knees up. Back up a little bit. So from here, you can bend your elbow, rotate your spine, and look in the direction of your hand. Reach that top knee long and towards the wall in front of you. And exhale, bend the elbow, reach the top knee long. One more time like that. Exhale. And then back to center. And then come up onto your knees. If your knees are sensitive, you could put a towel or a pillow or something underneath your knee. We're going to take a hip flexor stretch, a psoas stretch. So you should feel the stretch in front of your hip or somewhere on your thigh as well, maybe. One leg will be forward, one leg back. Square off your two front hip bones so they both face straight forward. Take your two front hip bones and draw them slightly up towards your low ribs so you feel almost like you're tucking your pelvis. You feel your glutes turn on. If that's enough for you, you're just going to breathe here and just feel a stretch. If you want a little bit more, you're going to keep the action of your pelvis tipping backwards, but come forward until you feel a deeper stretch. Take a few breaths here. So this is more active. It's not passively relaxing into the stretch. We're really tilting the pelvis backwards and then coming forward. Both hip bones stay facing straight forward. If you want a little bit more, you can bring that arm up and over and take a side bend as well. So stretching the side of the body. And then coming all the way up, and we'll do the other side. So again, just kind of square off the hips. So both your two front hip bones face straight forward. Take your front hip bone and draw it up towards your low ribs. Keep your back glutes on. If this is enough, you just hang out here, or you can come forward, but stay active in the glutes of the leg that's behind you. Take a couple of breaths here. If you want a little bit more, you can bring this arm up and side bend. And just 2 more breaths here. And then coming all the way up. And you can just come back to either laying on your back or sitting on your mat to finish. So just finding a comfortable seat or laying on your back. You can have your hands face up or hands rest on your belly or even on your heart is fine. Just allow your eyes to close. And just coming back to your breath. And once again, just noticing the physicality of your body, noticing your physical being. Check in, what does it feel like? Has anything shifted? Has anything stayed the same? Just noticing. And then noticing also your mental and emotional body. If you can remember what you felt like at the beginning, just noticing if any of that has shifted as well or if it stayed the same. Just noticing without judging or trying to change anything. And then allow yourself to take a big inhale breath. And easily let the air out. And just give thanks to your body for showing up and participating in all the ways that you ask it to. Give thanks to your body for supporting you through all that you've done and are yet to do. And just take one more inhale breath. And exhale, let the air flow out. And then as you're ready, allow your eyes to open. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for showing up and taking class with me. It was so much fun. I had fun. I know my cats did. Hope you guys did too. If you guys have exercises that you want to do, so I'll be back with mat class Thursday evening at 6:30 the same time. So if you guys have things that you want to do, want to work on, you can leave a little note in the comments and I'll try to include those in my class on Thursday. Also,
tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning at 11 a.m., I will be leading a guided meditation to anchor ourselves in peace and ground ourselves. The more people emanating peace and grounding right now, the better. So please join me tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., same place. All right, guys, I love you so much. Hang in there. Thank you for joining me tonight. Bye.